We're pretty deep in this garage renovation as we speak. Storage is the name of the game. However, I've never really done something like this before. So with that being said, I did build some shelves and now I think I'm gonna need more. So basically I put everything away and I'm seeing that I need some more space on those shelves. So I think we're gonna extend them all the way to the garage rails. Basically, we're gonna see if we can recreate the shelf that was built last week. I don't have any footage of it, but I do have some leftover material that I think I can get really close to matching. Once I paint it the same colors, you probably won't even notice. So let's take a look at the materials that I'm working with and we'll go from there. So the first step is gonna be to clean up all these bad boys. Just grab that. All right, let's get to it. So we've got our shelves lagged into the studs, 2 bolts each one. They're welded on 3 sides. I did not weld them right here because I didn't want the plywood to bump into it. These should be plenty sturdy. You know, they're pretty strong. So I'm not planning on putting anything huge up here, so they should be good. The original plan was to use a pre-cut piece of plywood I had left over from building this attic. However, turns out I measured wrong. Shocking. So I will now be having to cut this out of several sheets of plywood. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that spare sheet, I'm gonna make sure that it sits up here good, and then we're gonna get to cutting. Track saw would be really nice. Hey Santa, can I have a track saw? Wow, those don't look even at all, but don't pay attention to that. No one will see it, it's getting painted black. Let's see how this one goes. So we're notched, we're in. Much more gooder. I'm just gonna have to live with there being a little bit of saggage right here, which really bothers me, but just the way it's gonna have to go. So we look to have had a slight miscalculation on the hole using multiple pieces of plywood. This project is a scrap only project. Okay, I'm not trying to spend any money on this. So we're gonna have to deal with that. And I think I have an idea. So here's what we're working with. It's all one piece now. The 2x4s are oriented in the incorrect orientation. Okay, I know they're stronger on their edge, but hey, this is what works, this is what fits, and most importantly, it's what matches the other cabinet. So we went around, swapped around a couple 2x4s, and now everything seems to be lining up. Now, I will acknowledge that this is a little dodgy, okay? It might not be the best way to build a shelf, but it is what I have in the garage, so we're just gonna keep on moving forward. We're gonna ignore the gaps, we're gonna ignore the not exactly straight cuts, and we're just gonna look at it as a good 10-footer. So let's get a coat of paint on it. All finished up, not quite my best work, but that's quite a bit of storage for some unused space anyways. It's been a couple days. I finished up the project selfishly without you guys. I'm working on getting better with that. And take a look at the weather we're dealing with here in the Midwest Illinois area. We are rocking at about 28 degrees today. It's not bad. It's not too freezing. As you can hear, I did get sick about right after I was finishing up this video, so that's pretty awesome. But besides the fact, we went ahead, we finished up the shelf. I'm happy with the storage. As you can see, we've got some stuff on top of it right now. It's being used almost immediately. I went ahead and added some pocket holes to try and get that gap a little bit less atrocious. Where the new shelf meets the old shelf. My efforts weren't the best, but hey, you're probably not gonna notice it. With that being said, that is gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching today, you guys. So, why am I doing all of this to the garage? Well, first off, I need some content to make for you guys. So I've got some videos, some time lapses of this whole garage being refurbished. However, none of it is of the YouTube quality that we did today. However, if you're interested in stuff like this, or if you're interested in stuff like this, or if you're interested in stuff like this, just go ahead and stay tuned, because that's what we're going to be doing. Thanks.